2:14 a.m. The ocean was silent. No storms, no waves, no warning. Inside the cruise ship, more than 4,000 passengers were asleep. Children dreaming, couples resting. Music had faded, lights were dim. And deep below the waterline, something had already gone terribly wrong. This is not a movie. This is not a theory. This happened. Almost no one remembers it because they were sleeping while their ship was slowly dying. The ship moved alone through the endless dark ocean. Moonlight reflected faintly on black water. The waves brushed against the steel hull, calm but heavy. Hundreds of cabin lights glowed warmly inside, showing life. On the empty deck, chairs were neatly arranged. No one was there. A cold breeze moved the flags gently. Inside long corridors, dim ceiling lights guided silent halls. No footsteps, no voices, only stillness. A digital clock read 2:14 a.m. Seconds ticked quietly. A family slept peacefully in their cabin. A child held a toy tightly. An elderly couple slept side by side. Calm breathing filled the room. A distant ship horn echoed faintly across the ocean. And then silence returned. The night held its breath. Earlier that evening, everything felt perfect. The dining hall was lively, passengers enjoying elegant meals. Champagne glasses clinked, smiles exchanged. A jazz band played softly on stage. People swayed to the music. Laughter and conversation filled the lounges. Crew members served guests with confidence and smiles. Children ran playfully across the lounge. Couples stood on private balconies watching the sunset. The ocean outside was calm, smooth, and peaceful. Security monitors showed normal activity. Crew in break rooms rested quietly, talking softly. On the bridge, the captain stood calmly, instruments glowing softly. He wrote routine notes in the logbook. The night deepened. The ocean grew darker. Everything appeared normal, but the calm was about to end. A subtle vibration ran through the engine corridor. Lights flickered faintly. The hum of machinery felt heavier. A small yellow warning light flickered once, then stayed on. A pressure gauge slowly moved out of the normal zone. An engineer stopped mid-step, noticing the change. Through a radio, a quiet voice gave instructions. The crew moved silently toward the source. A single drop of seawater fell from a pipe, echoing across the metal floor. A thin stream of water leaked from a seam near the hull. Engineers tightened valves. The leak slowed, then resumed. Water spread across the floor, reaching their boots. Alarms remained silent. The captain received reports quietly. He nodded once, giving a silent order to keep alarms off. Watertight doors closed slowly. A large pump was started. Water slowed slightly, but not enough. Hope flickered briefly. The pump failed again. Water rose faster. Lights flickered. Emergency lights almost activated. Engineers' hands shook as they worked. Passengers continued sleeping peacefully. The ocean reacted to the ship's weakness. The tilt of the vessel was barely visible, but growing. The danger was close. The battle had only just begun. Engineers waded through knee-deep water. Flashlights cut through darkness. Shadows moved across machinery. Hands worked precisely, tightening bolts and valves. Gauges flickered red, alarms muted. Crew exchanged worried glances. Water continued rising toward critical equipment. Lights flickered, then emergency backup lights activated. The bridge monitored the tilt. The captain remained calm. Pumps struggled. Sparks flickered. Every second was critical. Hand gestures guided silent coordination. Water reached electrical panels. Sparks reflected on the wet floor. One engineer slipped slightly, regaining balance quickly. The team moved in perfect rhythm. The water level remained unstable. The crew breathed carefully, focused on survival. A brief flicker of hope appeared as one gauge stabilized. The danger was not over. The ocean still pressed against the ship. The crew worked tirelessly, exhausted but determined. Every movement, every action mattered. The engineers reached the manual override panel. A massive lever was pulled slowly. Sparks flew. Water rippled. The pump restarted. Water movement slowed. Crew members glanced at the gauges. Slight nods of relief appeared. The ship's tilt reduced. The ocean calmed slightly. Reflections on the water floor of the engine room shimmered. The crew exhaled silently. Sweat dripped from foreheads, hands trembling. Gauges flickered briefly, then stabilized. The captain watched the bridge instruments silently. The ship was finally under control. The temporary victory brought cautious relief. Passengers still slept peacefully above. The ocean continued its quiet presence, calm but watchful. Dawn approached. Light began to touch the horizon. The crew exchanged subtle nods. The worst of the night was over. Sunrise bathed the calm ocean in golden light. The cruise ship sailed smoothly, stable and bright. Passengers walked on deck, breathing in the morning air. Families woke in their cabins, stretching and yawning. Breakfast filled the dining halls. Coffee steam rose. Laughter and chatter returned to the lounges. Children played happily. Parents watched with smiles. Crew quietly inspected machinery. Minor repairs were underway. The captain wrote in the logbook, calm and reflective. Official reports later noted catastrophic failure narrowly avoided. Passengers remained unaware of how close they came to disaster. The ship sailed on peacefully, the ocean calm once more. The night of danger had passed. Thousands slept through the closest moment of death they would ever face.
Yes, I can.
The ocean had tested the ship. The crew had fought silently, and the passengers, oblivious, had survived. The cruise continued. Life above deck returned to normal. The memory of that night would remain hidden beneath calm waters forever.